Been an awful hour. We just watched the Patriots lose the worst football game I've possibly ever seen anyone lose. I forgot how to wear a hat. And we totally lost the first recording we tried of the show because we're idiots and Zoom is really difficult to use. So anyway, this is a year in review. It was an interesting year for golf, obviously, but a lot of good stuff happened. We're gonna start there. Pete, what was your first favorite thing that happened in 2022?
Um, this man, Tom Kim.
Tom Kim was a very rarely do we get a superstar come out of the woodwork like that, and to go on the heater that he went on, both media wise and like on the course was crazy. So nothing but respect to him.
And when golf really needed it too. You needed
We
a big
needed
PGA Tour star to come up. We had him, Zalatoris becoming Cam Young, a lot of
damn.
young guys coming to carry.
Good thing we restarted this because we didn't talk about Zalatoris or Cam Young in the first recording.
Yeah,
So
I realized
big
that.
miss. Big miss. Will Zalatoris' putting is one of my least favorite things that happened this year. But definitely Cam Young at the Open was great. That was awesome. Uh, my favorite thing that we did this year actually was hit the U.S. Open. Hideki's range session was the most poetic and beautiful moment I've ever had as a human being. Um, and related to that, his 3-wood that he hit in the playoff at the Sony Open was the best individual wood I've ever seen any golfer hit. Um, I like if you we'll attach a video somewhere, and I know also this is a room for growth. I say we'll attach a something to about every episode. I almost never do. Um, I'll try and be better about that. I'll attach a video somewhere of Hideki's 3-wood at the Sony Open, or at least I'll repost it, so we can all relive how ridiculous that shot was. Pete, your next big thing this year.
um, Going over to the LPGA side, Lydia Ko, 63 greens in regulation in a row.
In a row,
In a
in a
row.
row. And you mentioned this about 20 minutes ago. That means nothing hit the fringe.
Yep.
Nothing kind of was in the rough. That was 63 like middle shots in a row. Like she hit her target. I'm sure there was not much like, damn, I pulled that one and I just caught the left side of the green either. I'm sure she like hit her spot
There's
63
nothing like when we're like, oh, we hit the green, we're just off on the fringe, whatever.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
it's an
those
official
always
stat
count.
on the green. No putt savers, nothing.
See, I do the putt savers. I
Yeah.
always it depends on what I'm trying to shave off my stats that week.
Yeah.
Like, I'm usually a 3-putt guy, so if I'm trying to I always am like, oh, that's just off. Missed the green, 2 putts instead of a 3-putt. But yeah, no, it was we were joking that we probably haven't hit 63 greens this year, and she did it in a row.
We were joking, but we also were pretty serious
It
about
was a
that.
joke. It was a serious joke. It was not we were joking. It was a very serious joke. Um the majors this year were fantastic. Like a really tough one that Cam Smith had to win the players in the Open, but like all the majors this year really showed up. Obviously we got JT sticking up for the boys, and Scotty was sticking up for the boys in the middle of his heater. But just a really good major year.
Yep. Yep. The Masters wasn't the most exciting Masters with Scotty just running away, but the Open, not the result we wanted, but
No, and we'll get.
US
Yeah.
Open was great. Zalatoris with two, just
Did he won this year, right? Which one did he? What did he win? He won a playoff event. Did he win the St. Jude?
maybe. Yeah.
Oh, when he gave that really cringy like I knew I could do it. Like it was something
Yep.
really kind of off.
Yep. But he
But
got married this year, so good for him.
well, yeah. What is he like? 22? No, he's old.
No, he's older than us. He's like 25.
Okay, cool. Um, speaking of least favorite things that happened this year, I guess marriage is a good segue into that. Live in general, tough.
Yeah.
That was tough. That
That
sucked.
just
Just hard to. Yeah, there's really not like a way to summarize that other than it
um,
sucked. Uh,
yeah. Um, I like to say more golf is good golf, but I do not say that in this case.
I don't even think more golf is
Like,
good anymore. The PGA
what?
Tour has been beating me over the head with more golf equals good for years. Most of the time, it's not. So it
Um,
just give me more irrelevant golf. Like I'm not going to take it in.
Depends. More golf in a sense. The QBE shootout, the PNC, this off season stuff's kind of fun.
Yeah, but
The different events, but you're just watching people play solo golf more. It's
it sucks. Like I don't
yeah.
care. I don't know who cares. Um,
Um,
Related, when I thought Hideki was leaving, that was a really dark time for a lot of reasons. That was a bad August. And that felt like an unnecessary shot by God or whoever the hell is in charge of the universe
yep.
to
I'm
like
hoping this year there's not any more rumors. It's just everyone's where they're gonna be for now.
this
But that's
total.
save that for later. But that's one of my goals for less live speculation.
I like that. Yeah, don't get caught up in the live hype.
No,
It's a big goal for next year. Um, Speaking of like live scumbags, Cam Smith winning the Open, crushing our hearts. Sunday of the Open in general was a bad day, like a really bad day. Uh, but then Cam doing it and taking the money and running, like winning the single most historically significant golf event, maybe probably ever, and then giving a middle finger to the game itself was not
yeah,
cool.
yep. For a guy that portrayed the I don't care about money, I just like to
Yep.
play the game, and
Yep. Yeah.
hurt his
Really,
brand for sure. But you
really
don't need
interesting.
a brand when you make $200 million.
Yep.
So
Well, $15 million doesn't get you much these days.
no,
Inflation's
nothing, nothing.
not that, I mean, he makes that like every year, so I guess that adds up. Uh, but inflation is crazy, so I can't really hate him for that.
Yep,
Uh,
you got to feed his family somehow.
he does, he does. He has no kids. I
Yeah,
don't think he's married either, but
no,
yeah.
he doesn't.
So anyway, Nelly also had a health scare that was really, really concerning. Blood clots are
Terrifying.
scary. Yeah, blood clots can be anything. And then Oakland Hills clubhouse burned down.
Sad.
People
Don't know
forget.
much about the course, but the clubhouse was cool and sad.
People forget.
Yep.
After commercial, we're going to do our own goals for the year, a review of our performance this year, and then, yeah, just talk about where we can be better next year. We've already tampered in it, so we're coming into this red hot, and I'm going to try and figure out how to stop this recording. It might cut off randomly. Who knows?
Let me hear you say big things poppin' and little things stoppin'. Big things poppin' and little things stoppin'. Big things poppin' and little things stoppin'.
So there's a button that says stop recording. Goal for 2023 has already been checked off the list. I wrote down at the start of this year some very specific golf goals, but I didn't track any of them. So I have no idea. I didn't keep a handicap this year. I didn't want to pay for it. So one of my goals was to get below an 8. Don't know if I did. I'll just rattle them off. Break 80. Nope. Shot 80 a few times. One birdie every 18 holes. No idea. 5 rounds with no doubles. Probably not. 6 greens around. I'd have to doubt it, but I don't know for sure. Any big golf goals you had this year? You did break 80.
Um, break 80. Broke 80 twice this year.
Hell
Two
yeah.
79s.
Hell yeah.
My other goals, I came up with these about 25 minutes ago. That was
Well,
from this past year. Just play golf.
yeah, that's my goal for next year.
Like it's going into goals for next year. Just living in the city now, it's tough to get out,
Yep.
tough to get out and play. So just make myself go.
Yeah. One of my goals was also to read 3 books. I read 6. I just like to, not to toot my own horn. I'd like to throw
I
that.
read a book and a half.
That's pretty good. Better than
Yep,
0.
yep. That's more books than I've read since Lord of the Flies.
Wow, great book. Great book. I read that in Mr. D's 6th grade class.
I read it in high school, but you went to Wesley and I went to Merrimack.
Yeah. Yeah, my goals for next year, just play golf, question mark, is what I wrote down. Break 80 again, a goal. That's never gonna happen again. I'll never get that close. Play golf in a foreign country. I don't know. That feels like something we could knock off maybe in
Yeah,
August. Stretch was one of my goals. I tried to touch my toes this morning. Didn't come
yeah.
close. And that's a big requisite for the game of golf. Um, I had one just now come up and I totally forgot it. Yeah, switching. So going from playing golf basically every day for 2 years, literally every day in the fall and spring of senior year, even when it was winter, to I touch my clubs once in a while. I want to die. Like I look at my clubs now and I just get empty inside. So I don't know how
Yeah.
to fix that feeling. Maybe quit my job.
Yeah, it's coming about that time of the year, but about around the second week of January, I always seriously look into moving to Florida and becoming a full-time caddy
Yep.
every year. So that's coming up soon.
Yeah, I'll start looking at those as well.
Yeah.
I thought about like we could do a timeshare. Like I don't know how, I mean, work remote like 3 days a week, maybe fly back to the city, just like financially ruin myself, but at the expense of my own happiness. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, the winter's more my golf season. I go see my parents in South Carolina, so I got to play a bunch over Thanksgiving. I'm going down in a couple days to play some golf. So it'll be good. But another goal I have for this year is I'd like to play in like a scramble like company golf tournament. I've never played in like a real scramble.
I
I
would
think
like to
that would
play a
be awesome.
scramble. We
Yeah.
could sign up for like a CSGA event, I think. I think we could still qualify for any of those.
Yeah.
I
It's just
doubt it. Actually, neither of us have residency, so probably not, but we could find something. That's a good
yeah,
goal.
just
Um, and then, like we said, our last two goals, don't get caught up in the live hype and actually start attaching things. When I say we'll attach a X of this to the podcast post. So hopefully I get ahead of that and do it with the headed decky swing video.
and one last goal is Tiger Woods to win a golf tournament.
Yeah, we don't really have an impact on that, but that'd be great. Yeah.
But you kind of do.
Yeah. So please watch us on YouTube, please. And then we'll see you for episode 100. We're gonna try and get the whole band back together. It'll be nuts. It probably won't work. Cheers.
Swing it like a boomerang, a tank come around, round, wanna hit the top, top. Ooh la 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 la.
Chip, puck, you know what's the big whoop when I play my game and then I make my mama proud.
Smash, bang, you gotta hit the ball far, then the crowd goes. Then you hear the ooh la 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 la. Treat, treat. I want my birthdays all day long, let the bogeys go and say hey. Ooh la 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 la. Hey, you wanna play with the pros now? Hey,
You gotta hit it in the hole now.
hey, you wanna reach that top, yeah?